Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the video. So we are finally getting a pullback in the stock market, and in this video I'm talking about how this pullback may end and what to watch for in the week ahead. Along with that, we're going to be going over 5 trade ideas that I'm watching in the week and weeks ahead, and always there are timestamps in the description. Let's go ahead and get into it. So starting out by taking a look at the S&P futures chart. Last week, downside was triggered by the break below the descending channel, which led to a sell all the way to backtest the previous trend line as new support, which is held so far. So into next week, the key supports below to watch for are at the trend line, which lines up with about 49.80, and then below there is 49.33 to 49.57, which is the key pivot zone from February. On the upside, key resistance levels are at 50.48 to 50.65, 50.91, and 51.14 to 51.24, which is the biggest upside pivot and the top of last week's range. So going over a few short-term scenarios to watch out for, it's pretty likely that the market will at least get a relief bounce to start the week ahead, as it's showing quite a few oversold signals. This can potentially lead to a backtest of the previous channel, which would act as key resistance if that is tested, and a key decision point for the market if so. If it rejects like this, it would be a bearish setup for continuation lower, or if it's able to break above, such as this, it would give the market potential to resume the uptrend back higher. For the bigger picture, if this pullback turns into a larger one, this would be a main scenario that I would be watching for, where it backtests the 200-day moving average, along with the major pivot zone at those 2022 highs. If something like this does play out, this would be the biggest area of interest to be aggressive with dip buys. Alright, so now getting into some trade ideas for the week and weeks ahead, starting out with Coupang, ticker symbol CPNG. We went over this stock last week as it was on the verge of breaking out of its more than 2-year-long consolidation base. And this week it broke out with nice follow through to the upside. If you look around the market, last week almost all growth stocks were dumping, but Coupang held up very strong and closed the week green. This relative strength is very important to note and to focus on. Stocks that go up or go sideways while the broad market is going down are those stocks that will explode higher once the market bounces back. As long as it continues to hold above 21.32, this breakout stays intact, and the next target levels above would be at 23.7, 25, and 30. Another stock that I am watching in the week ahead is Cleanspark, ticker symbol CLSK. So this stock has held up the best out of the Bitcoin miners and had a very strong reaction off the 13.6 to 13.9 zone last week, which was the previous breakout zone. So all of these Bitcoin miners have been dumping pretty heavily ahead of the Bitcoin halving, which happened on Friday. The halving cuts mining rewards in half, which is why these miners went down while Bitcoin went up. But at this point, the market is realizing that the sell-off had been overdone, and it has turned into a sell the rumors and buy the news event. So this is one to watch for continued momentum into next week. 17.95 is the resistance that's currently testing, which triggers the next leg higher on a break above there. This could then target 18.5, which is also a gap fill, and then 20.5 next above there. Another stock that continues to be on close watch for me is Robinhood, ticker symbol HOOD. Robinhood went on a big run up and is now in a healthy pullback phase and testing a key support level. So 16.5 is the key level here, and it also lines up with the 50-day moving average. So this is a very important spot for buyers to potentially come in at and put in a higher low, which if so, this can be a dip buy and playable with a tight stop loss back below 16.5. If downside continues though, I would stay away below 16.5 and only enter if it was to undercut and reclaim back above it, such as this potential scenario, which would be a strong setup for upside if so. Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN, is another setup to watch as it's consolidating at a key zone along with the 50-day moving average. So this zone is between 225 and 228 as resistance on the upside and 207 as support on the downside. Whichever direction it breaks should result in the next directional move. So it could be a long entry above 228 and playable with a tight stop loss back below 225, or it could be a short entry below 207 and to play with a tight stop loss slightly back above there. One more setup that I'm watching is Transmedics, ticker symbol TMDX. So we talked about this stock last week as it had shown major strength and broke out above 90.3, but it did not have ideal basing or consolidation before the breakout. So we went over a scenario like this playing out where it fails the breakout before reattempting it, where it would then be buyable back above 90.3. And so far it has failed the breakout back below 90.3. If we take a look at the daily chart though, it is currently testing the 50-day moving average at 82.16. So this could be a valid dip buy spot where it would be playable with a tight stop loss below 82.16, or it could be one to stay on the sidelines until it's able to break back above 90.3 to retry that breakout. So that is everything that I'm watching for in the week ahead. Now that the market has started to pull back, this is great news overall, as with volatility comes opportunity, and this will set up some great setups to trade along with it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all next time. For anybody interested in joining the private Discord chat, that is the first link down in the description to get my personal trade alerts, nightly watch lists, and answer any questions you have in there. So I will catch you all next time. Good luck trading the week ahead, and peace out.